Hi, everybody. Greetings from outside of Bailey Hall. I just wanted to give you an update to our April What's New at SRJC. First of all, I want to thank Kate Jolly and Rebecca Norwick and all of the staff for helping vaccinate all of our employees. As you know, it was a very uneven distribution of vaccine. I appreciate everybody's patience, but I'm pleased to say that any employee of Santa Rosa Junior College who wanted a vaccine has been able to get one. And if you haven't gotten one yet, I encourage you to do get one and contact us if you like help getting a vaccine. I also want to thank Pedro Avila and Hector Delgado from the Southwest Center, where they've been able to provide vaccinations on weekends for our students and their families. And we're going to continue to try to expand our ability to vaccinate our students. We're vaccinating our athletes this week, and we're starting to reopen athletics, which kind of transitions to our transition plan to a safe reopening at Santa Rosa Junior College. As many of you know, things are quickly moving toward a reopening, but I want to ensure you that we're going to do it in a gradual, thoughtful way to make sure that our students, staff, and faculty and administrators are all safe to come back. And so you'll be hearing more about our reopening plan in the next couple weeks. I also want to take some time to recognize Classified Professional Recognition Week. With the over 400 classified full-time professionals we have at SRJC, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from my board and others, for the work you do. As I drove up to campus today, I could see people working on our beautiful grounds. I could see people working to keep and get the campus ready for when we start coming back in the fall. And I really want to appreciate all the behind the scenes people, from media services to the library, to financial aid, to payroll, to HR. All of you contribute to helping us keep SRJC the stellar campus that it is. So thank you very much, classified professionals. And I'm sorry we can't celebrate like we normally do with the dinner, but I encourage all of my managers to take some time out to recognize our classified professionals. And finally, it's a DEI week throughout the state, as announced by the Chancellor. And at a time when we're still facing the pain of the George Floyd trial, and then the recent devastating murder of Daunte Wright, and the increasing number of violence against Asian Americans and Asian Pacific Americans, I really feel very, very saddened by the state of our country. But at the same time, we have to redouble our efforts to make sure that we continue to develop a more anti-racist campus at SRJC, and it starts at the top. And for people like me, as your president, I'm trying to learn every day. I'm learning lessons every day in terms of how to be more anti-racist, and I encourage all of our community to do the same. So welcome back. It's going to be a great April. The weather's wonderful. I look forward to seeing all of you soon when it's safe to do so. Go Bear Cubs.
Good day to you from the Classified Senate. Our biggest news to shout from the rooftops is that the Classified Appreciation Week has been designated for the week of April 26th through the 30th. Hopefully, our supervisors and managers will take this as not so subtle hint to remember your faithful classified professional employees, which have been working diligently in the trenches from home, from their offices, or a mix of both. We realize how hard this has been and the challenges that have been faced. We recognize you and your efforts. We also have hope that in the near future, this season of a wilderness experience will be over, and we can return to whatever normal may look like going forward. During Recognition Week, there's a surprise coming your way as our classified professionals, so look for that from the Classified Senate in your mail or interdepartmental mail. Remember again, Classified Recognition Week is April 26th through the 30th. Thank you and have a glorious day.
Hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here at SRJC as a new dean. It's just been an amazing experience onboarding with the community we have here. I am impressed by how kind and generous everyone has been with their time. I have the pleasure of overseeing two wonderful departments, the library and media services, and have just been moved by their work along with the campus community's work. Just the library alone has worked to put over 700 laptops and 460 hotspots in the hands of students. And our media services has worked to produce over 130 webinars and providing over 120 workshops for our faculty and staff to meet the needs of our community. I am humbled, I am excited to be here, and I look forward to very bright days with SRJC. Thank you.
Greetings to the SRJC community. I feel extremely blessed to be one of the newest employees at SRJC. Even though we are still in the world of Zoom meetings, I'm grateful to have already met so many of our amazing students, faculty, and staff. In my role, I plan on ensuring that the Office of Institutional Research continues to provide quality data that tells narratives about the diversity of our students and their journey through SRJC. These narratives will strengthen the student voice, but more importantly, positively impact the planning and effectiveness of SRJC. On a different note, thank you to the entire community for embracing me and my family as we transition from Southern California to Sonoma County. I eagerly look forward to the time when we can all meet in person. Thank you very much.
Hello, I have been fortunate to teach one of our core chemistry courses at the JC in a hybrid format since fall of 2020. There is no satisfactory manner in which to teach a general chemistry student to take qualitative and quantitative observations of the physical world around them in an all-online format. So there's no substitute for physically making observations on a gas that they generated, or to correctly do a titration and observe the dramatic endpoint, or take yield on a brilliant blue copper salt that they synthesized and purified. So I feel very fortunate to be able to teach this course with this lab component, and my students are aware that it is a privilege for them to be in lab. They know they are there for a limited time, so they are better prepared, and they are grateful for that hands-on experience to do the experiments that they hear about during lectures. For me, it has been a game changer to meet my students in person in lab, who I normally see as squares on my Zoom gallery view. So even with masks and goggles and apron on, it is totally worth it to meet my students. During these times when all learning and most living too is done online, these face-to-face lab meetings and experiments done in person along with their classmates serve to be invaluable for academic growth and emotional well-being.
I'm so excited to talk about my class, Fire Prevention in the Fire Service. Why is that? Governor Newsom just passed a bill for $536 million to be used in fire prevention in the state of California. So this allows my students the opportunity to go out there and apply for grants or work in the fire service and fire prevention and help their community. Additionally, we've been working at the Fire Academy in person, which has been great because we do a lot of manipulative skills and learning with hands-on, like many of the classes at the junior college. It's so important to be in person as well as being online, so that people can network, can see who their teachers are, and make the connections with the other students, because these could be lifelong connections that they use throughout their career.